Hello, I'm Sean Cooke, and I'm going to be talking about robust transport planning. In 2019, I was asked by the UN's IPCC to contribute to research on how African transport systems will adapt to climate change. I found some research on how much damage will be done to roads, but nothing on how transport planning as a process could be made resilient to climate change. So I started working on it with the City of Cape Town government. Conventional transport planning essentially takes data about the past and uses it to predict what transport demand may look like in 20 or 30 years. Transport planners then envision a better version of that future, one in which there is more efficient or more equitable mobility on offer. The planners then work backwards from the preferred future to try and understand what decisions and policies they need to make in the meantime. The problem is that climate change, pandemics, and technological innovation are increasingly making the past less and less relevant to the future. And change is happening at a faster and more violent pace, and that just makes most of our predictions quite useless. The conventional method of long-term transport planning is just not well suited to the post-COVID era, as it conceals uncertainty instead of embracing it. Transport planning currently focuses on what futures are probable or preferred, but largely ignores the full spectrum of futures that are possible. The futures in which pandemics and climate change regularly disrupt everyday life. The futures in which the internet and digital innovation renders physical transport optional. And all the other plausible futures that we can't even comprehend at this point in time. This type of uncertainty about the future is called deep uncertainty and is a very new field of research. I'm trying to bring these new theories and techniques across to be used in long-term transport planning. One technique involves creating 5 or 6 plausible futures, each characterized by something that we are really uncertain about. This process of creating plausible futures and detailed narratives of how these futures might come to exist exposes the complex interwoven risks that our systems need to mitigate or endure, and illuminates the opportunities to embed resilience in our decision making. If you can't go backwards from a preferred future, then you have to go forward from where we are now. Enter policy pathways. Different transport investments are grouped into policy packages, and different policy packages can be placed together in different configurations or in a different order to create multiple pathways to achieving the future that we want. This is a useful technique for evaluating risk, resilience, and investment priority. Finally, we're bringing the two techniques together and test the different infrastructure options against the different uncertain futures to see which pathways are the most resilient. This is the new technique that I call robust transport planning. Thank you.